Hi, it is I, RG. This, hopefully, you can tell is a seaport. The other day, I was at a seaport, incredibly frustrated because we were something like four flatbeds all waiting to use the cranes while there was at least a single ship and people pulling from seaport all in the way of the rest of us using it, greatly limiting the throughput of cargo for this single structure. This was in the King, which is a backline logi hub. And I thought, surely we can do better. So here you have your standard sort of seaport. The two cranes, I know that they look incredibly cursed. And the little pads that you unload and load cargo crates on, and also pull vehicles from. So I thought, all right, let's do slightly better. What if it was a very large port, like the King? So here I have basically the idea that I would like to see is multiple things in one. First off, a new way to pull ships. So you can pull ships to a dock. So you would be able to pull, like, right click on a ship and say pull to dock number. This would be dock number 1, and then you could pull it to dock number 2, 3, and possibly the other side would be 4. And so it would take up, like, you would have a higher amount of ships that could come in. Additionally, you have these extra cranes here, and I imagine you would be able to pick up the cargo from the crane. And then instead of using the two offloading pads that you have here, I thought that we could use some of the nice new structures that we got with the facilities and have ships be able to offload cargo on these three pads here. And these containers could maybe have some kind of material, like it could have components or scrap with this, like the same way that they fill up with stuff when you use facilities. Maybe they could just have like a permanent amount in them or something. It's just a nice structure that I think looks really good, and it would fit in with the sort of industrial nature of the new big port. On the other side, this would fix the problem with too many flatbeds offloading. So you have additional pads over on this side. Maybe this is a little much. I don't know. I can tell in the beginning of the war, this would certainly fit with the amount of people who wanted to use the seaport at the same time, basically giving us 4 new pads and also 2 new cranes for using it. Possibly you could just use the 2 middle ones just for pulling vehicles, and you'd use the cranes for offloading or whatever. Or you could have people take the mobile crane down and expand on it. Also, some parking area. We need space to maneuver, space for waiting. I also thought, let's actually get a properly integrated rail track, because right now the rails are just slapped in sort of wherever they would kind of fit. So it would be kind of nice to have rail track over here with the new big, like, overhead crane. Additionally, maybe these cranes could reach over and also grab from the train, so you could have multiple people working on the train at the same time. I don't know, but it would certainly be nice having rails in a place where they don't take space from existing infrastructure. Currently, it shares space with the roads and pedestrian areas, and sort of would be nice to give them like a integrate them slightly better, perhaps. And it would also allow for a train to pull up next to naval vessel and offload straight into an iron ship or similar. That could also be really nice. But of course, we don't also only have large um, ports. We also need something in between. So I have these two designs. First one over here is just, again, slightly more places to pull. So you could pull directly to dock number 1, 2, maybe 3, depending on what the devs wanted. Additionally, this is it's just an idea. Uh, link together the seaports. So you have two seaport buildings that share inventory. That way you could have an offloading pad all the way over here, so it's not directly next to it. Not exactly sure how you would make this in terms of blowing one up and not the other, or maybe they share health pool or something. I'm not a dev. I'm just saying I would really like to see more places we could offload cargo in some way or the other, and making it like this with just, it's a structure, so it looks nice. I mean, it could even just be a garrison house, and you would still have to blow up the seaport to do it. I don't know. but giving the extra crane so it's an extra operator that can use it. You'll also see that over here is just a pad, and this could be like a dedicated vehicle pulling pad, so you can't offload crates here. You can only pull vehicles here. But that would free, Jesus, words. That would free up the two pads for just offloading and loading crates. So even though there are two crane operators already sitting and working, you would still be able to pull a new truck or a flatbed or whatever you need. So you can, like, your flow can keep going while they're working. And of course, the last one is basically just a double seaport. Double the throughput if you have double the loading pads, and you can still have a ship on either side with a dedicated crane now. Basically, just allowing more people to work at the same time would be really, really nice. I don't know. It's just some concepts that I sat and worked on. I was like, hey, it could be cool if we did this. It could be cool if we did this. Some of the things I put a lot of effort into, and some of the things I put no effort into. I don't know why I had to stop myself from putting more effort into this. I always completely modeled this, and I was like, no, I have to stop somewhere. I can't put too much effort into this because it would look really weird just having the like fully modeled crane next to whatever this abomination is. Goddamn hate it. Um, but if you want to see maybe a better model of this, maybe do you 3D print yourself? I don't know. I can probably make it a size where you can 3D print it. Perhaps you want to see an optimized refinery or a better factory or something. I mean, give me some ideas. Maybe I'll do it. That could be kind of fun. Um, yeah, and if you like this, if you want to see more of this, subscribe. I don't know. I just make weird videos sometimes, and sometimes people like them. I hope you did, but that's been all from me. Have a very good day.